All right, so we toasting the bread.
Yeah. The lemonade.
You don't put no little oil on your bread a little bit?
You can. You know what I mean? You can put that. You could either have some garlic and butter and just put some of that on there.
That's how you said you was gonna do it before.
I know. But you know, I got here a little late, and you know how it goes.
Yeah, he points at you.
Yo, you're doing me. I said I got here a little
late. Like this.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yo, science is deep.
No, I meant me. I got here a little late.
So you pointed at yourself.
Welcome to On Da Chow. I'm your host, Tragedy Khadafi, along with my co-host, Mr. At.
What up?
Here On Da Chow, the guest comes through and makes their signature dish just for you. Food for thought, real conversation. Y'all make sure y'all do the dishes. On Da Chow, let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of On Da Chow.
On Da Chow.
I'm Tragedy Khadafi, your host, with my co-host, Mr. At.
What up?
And right about now, we got the Large Pro and DJ Fatal, and Fatal is merciful. Right now, we about to start cooking and chefing it up, and you know how we always do over here. We bring it to the tables, everything's gracious. We gonna pass the plate around, and we gonna talk about, you know, each other's history and all that, and build on everything, and give y'all some good exclusive aura right now. So, Fatal, what we making?
We gonna make my Fatal famous skirt steak sandwiches with chimichurri sauce.
Fatal
Churrasco.
famous. All right. That was fire. It sound you just made that up, but it's good. We can freestyle. And it's nothing more befitting right now because we're live at the barbecue right now.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Historical pillar in hip-hop song that basically flagship some of your greats, few of your greats, a lot of your greats, and we're gonna get into all that. So we're gonna make Fatal's famous steak. I can't wait to get into this, man. DJ Fatal, Large Professor, you're On Da Chow. This is how it's going down.
On Da Chow.
Boom! So we back On Da Chow with
sir.
Fatal's famous steak.
What do we got here, Fatal?
Yes, sir. Well, we got the red wine vinegar right here.
All right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
What we
first
do?
of all, I'm gonna put some in here because I didn't have time to marinate it overnight. So I'm just gonna put some up in here right now.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Did you check your temperature? First of all, Large said something very important
Yeah,
earlier.
what did he say?
Large said it looks like there's too many chefs in the kitchen. So no. So you know what I want to do? I want you to direct me in what you need me to do to help you make this famous Fatal steak.
Okay.
You need me to check the temperature?
I needed the steak a little thinner, but I mean it's cool. It's cool.
So why didn't you get it?
Boom, side.
With that.
You know? Yeah, I know I was supposed to get it.
The
right?
butcher shop,
But
that's just nice
yeah,
though.
It's nice.
And
It's
just
good
for all
quality.
y'all out
Good
there-
quality.
Red wine vinegar?
Red wine vinegar right here.
Yep, we got red wine vinegar on
I
the
was supposed to marinate it overnight, but you know.
Priorities, you know, I feel you.
like what's up, man? All right, so basically we just gonna let it sit here for a little while until we get some of this we should have had some of this garlic minced, man.
Listen,
Yes,
Fatal,
sir.
let
sir.
me take you through On Da Chow.
Yes, sir.
On Da Chow
Yes,
is
sir.
a show, and the premise of the show is where the favorite artist and
Just
or
minced
producer,
garlic and
regular
cloves.
executive
But that's
comes
not
through and
fresh.
makes their favorite dish for you. You gotta
Got
tell
you.
us how you want us to do it. We
Got
don't
you,
know.
got
You gotta
you,
tell
got
us
you, got
the
you.
mince, chop the garlic up.
You know?
I'ma
So
move
yeah,
this
so
over.
where's some plates, man? Where's some, you know.
I'm gonna hold you down like Rico Laws. Let me get over here.
Let's go ahead and chop some of this
I'm
up.
gonna help
man.
you out. Pass me a knife, beloved. Now look, so while we doing this, right?
Yeah.
What's the history on this dish, man? How many times you made this? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
No. How many times have I eaten it? 1,000 times.
I said, how many times have you made it?
Uh,
Large knew you for like 40 years, and he's looking like, I'm not even gonna eat this shit.
I made it a couple of times.
Okay.
Not so intensely.
I'm convinced.
Not so intensely, but yeah.
You mean now we're
But
like,
you know what we gonna do, man? Let's just keep it simple. We gonna use the fresh garlic for. I mean, we still gonna cut it up, but we gonna use the fresh garlic for the chimichurri sauce.
Large,
what I'ma use
you
for
ever
this-
seen him make this before, Large?
I mean, come on.
I'm just
man.
asking, man. Come on,
We're gonna just put a little bit of this minced garlic up in here, man. Don't
All
worry
right,
about
garlic.
it. You know, I could do like the flush thing and start adding Hennessy
Oh.
and mustard and
Shots
you
at
know,
flush.
all types of stuff like that. But I'm not gonna do that, man. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to do a quick.
What are we doing with the
marinade right
lemons?
here. With the lemons, that's afterwards. That's for the
you want me to
lemonade.
cut some of this
That's
up
for
too,
the
some fresh
lemonade.
garlic?
Go ahead, man. Throw some in there. So
I wanna
you give
help
it a
out.
little- So you give it a little flavor. I mean, it's gonna fall off anyway when we throw it on the grill, but you know.
I want to say this while we doing this right
Yes,
here.
sir.
Just because I know we about to get into some real food.
Okay.
Food for thought, so to speak. I like to drop it inside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
no,
the-
either
all right,
way is
cool.
good, you know. Or if you want to like try to find a way to
Stick holes in it.
yeah,
While your hands in there?
Yeah, no, not
So what I want to say is, no, I'm joking. What I want to say is while we do this,
Yeah,
it's interesting that we coming together making this dish right here.
yes, sir.
Obviously I love to eat, but what a lot of people don't realize is that if it wasn't for Fatal, you might not have had an Intelligent Hoodlum album, which preceded a Havoc, CNN. I want to tell his story, man. I want you to tell it, matter of fact.
Nah, what story?
I want
is
you
this?
to tell how you and I met.
Okay.
Cause I told At, and At was like, At looked like he wanted to cry.
I was like, yo, that's some of the illest shit I ever
All right,
heard.
well, the way we met was, my first introduction into the music business was G-Rap. You know what I mean? My man Dr. Butcher, Drew, I knew him first, and I knew him through a dude in Jackson Heights called DJ Drag.
DJ Trag.
And I met him through Drag, and he was like, yo, my man, he messed with G-Rap and this and this and that, and I wanted to get into the music game.
No doubt.
So one day, it's funny, I'm walking down, I'm gonna take it a little more in depth than when I met you. I'm gonna tell you how I met G and then how I met you. So one day, I'm from Jackson Heights, so I'm walking down 82nd Street, and I'm just walking, and I see Dr. Butcher and G-Rap walking down the block.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, what up, Drew? Boom, boom, boom. He's like, yo, that's G-Rap. I already knew who he was, but I'm like, oh yeah, oh okay, nice to meet you. So anyway, we ended up going to the movies that day. We went to go see Phantasm 2. So from then on, we became familiar with each other, kept in touch, all of that type of stuff. And one day he invited me to a Marley Marl party.
Where was this at?
It was right on like 2 It was on 2 It was actually, I think, an Al B. Shore party. It wasn't even a Marley party. It was an Al B. Shore party.
Okay.
And it was on 2 by where that strip club is on 2 man.
Okay.
Right under the bridge, like
Okay,
right past the
okay.
bridge, and it was right there. And we went to the party. And I see Marley. I'm a fan at the time of every,
This
like,
is Marley
I'm like,
Marl. This is
yeah,
This
is
is
Marley
Juice
in
Crew
his prime.
And
predecessor.
that's 21st Street over there by Queensbridge, you're
Yes,
saying? Okay,
yes,
no
yes,
doubt. no doubt.
yes. So
Greasy strip joint. Yeah.
well, no, it wasn't at the strip joint.
Oh, okay.
It's on the same
Oh, no,
area
yeah.
that strip
Okay,
joint is
okay,
at now.
I
It's
follow
called,
you. All right.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it's called now. No, there was a nice,
Right when you come out the bridge.
it was a nice
yeah.
loft,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I don't know.
I be knowing.
It was a nice
You know you be knowing.
I be knowing.
It was a nice lofty building where the elevator opens up and you're right there in the
Right.
party and shit like that. So I went to the party with G. And I'm, I think the In Control album had
Now,
come
I gotta
out.
say this
Yeah.
for people that don't know, cause see, when we know each other,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we talk like we know each other.
Okay.
When he says G, he's talking about
Cool G rap.
Cool
G
G rap.
rap.
Cool G rap.
Road to the riches.
Yeah.
One of we get to that later. Go ahead, brother. Palm.
Okay, so me and Cool G Rap go to the party. We walk in and shit, and Marley In Control album I think was out. It had come out already.
Which volume? Cause he did two.
Volume 1.
Okay,
Volume 1.
Just to let
The
y'all
one
know.
that had Live Motivate on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Tragic song. Live motivator.
Live Motivate. Well, actually, it had 2 Tragic songs on it, but Trag wasn't on the cover. He wasn't whatever, but it had
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties, but it had two Tragedy songs.
Little glitch in
in
the
it.
matrix.
It had The Rebel is Here, The Rebel. It had The
Tragedy,
Rebel,
Tragedy.
and it had,
Right.
and it had Live Motivator. Live Motivator at the time was my favorite joint,
Favorite.
and it's still my
Favorite.
favorite joint because he
Favorite.
knows I wake up in the morning. That's what I start my day off. I
3,
play
4,
that
5
record.
times in a row.
In a
Fade
row.
will be
Favorite.
rocking that every morning.
And I see Trag, and I'm like, I wasn't really familiar with the way his appearance was because he wasn't really known like that in pictures and shit. Only by voice. And,
Just so the people know, not to cut you, I want to add on
my
because
bad.
you gotta remember we from a different time. So
Okay,
you know, anybody just tuning in, again, this is Large Professor, this is DJ Fatal. Fatal is Merciful, Tragedy Khadafi, Mr. At this time, he's talking about a time where there was no, I mean no social network.
What year are we
Not
talking?
at all. We talking about 80,
89.
We're talking about late 88, early 89.
Yeah,
No
89.
social network. So there is no Wikipedia. There is no Google a name. Everything's word of mouth. Slick Rick did a song, and 5 years later came out with an album, and his album popped. It was that type of aura. Go ahead, brother. Continue on. Proceed.
So I think I asked G or something. I say, who's that right there? And he was like, oh, that's Tragedy. I said, okay, cool. So I let the party go
Did the
by.
hairs on your arm like rise? Did
No,
you
no,
feel-
no, no.
No, I'm just asking.
No. But I already knew what my plans were.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Whoa.
So
it gets deeper.
Remember, I'm trying to get into the music game.
Factual,
And here
factual.
comes an opportunity for me. And it includes somebody that I admire musically.
That sounded a little better.
Okay.
'Cause the first
Stop,
thing
man.
you said,
Stop.
I'm sorry. I was like, damn.
man.
I didn't know I was
With
in
nerves.
Come up.
A man.
Come up.
A man with
Come up.
nerves.
I wanted to get in
Takes
the music.
I saw the
this-
come up.
Anyway,
You feel me, Lodge? I'm like,
so
A man.
a man with nerves takes what he deserves. But anyway,
proceed.
inside joke. But so I see Trag and I'm like, all right, cool. Let me approach him right because there was a little rumors about him and shit.
What kind?
He just came home and this
From
and this
technical
and that.
difficulties.
From technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Factual.
So I walk over to Trag and I introduce myself. But he already seen me with G-Rap, so he already knew that whatever, I was in a circle or had some type of validation or something or whatever. But he sensed that, he sensed me coming, the right way, I guess. And we started building. And I said, yo, you Trag, right? He said, yeah. And I started talking to him, and we just started talking about music, started talking about his technical difficulties, started talking about everything. And I could sense, I could sense that he felt a little, not out of place, but like just
I did
just
feel out of
looking-
place.
Just looking
I did
at
feel out of
everything,
place.
looking at everything that's going on, and knowing that he should have been there under different circumstances.
Factual. I did feel out of place. No, let's keep it accurate.
So we hung out for the night. I don't know if we drank and shit. I don't know if we even drank back then and shit. But we started hanging out, and after the party, it was an early party because it was an industry party. And I said, yo, what you doing right now, man? And he said, I ain't doing nothing. What's up? I said, I just want to show you something real quick. I said, you want to take a trip uptown? He was like, uptown? He looking at me like, because he was who he was. So he looking at me like, what's this dude talking about? Take a trip. I'm like, yo, just do me a favor. Let's take a trip uptown.
I don't want to cut you.
Yeah,
I don't
go
wanna
ahead,
cut you.
go ahead.
I want to say this part. What it was is because this is a very important part. Before you said let's take a trip uptown, like I was telling Mr. At, and you could attest to this too, Large. What it was is you was asking me what I was gonna do,
Okay.
and I said, "What you mean?" And you was like, "I remember." It
Oh, I asked you
vividly.
that first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why you took me uptown.
Oh, okay.
So I could see. So
Okay.
you was like, "Yo, what you gonna do? You recording?" I was like, "I ain't fucking with this shit no more." So when you say I was out of place, you only like, I ain't ashamed to say that. Like, I feel great where I'm at right now because I was really out of place, and it's just a real backwards karate chop to you because I was like, just to keep it Greenberry, I was like, yo, I'm not fucking with this shit no more. I don't.
Yeah.
While I'm gone, I'm on a tear. Dudes is passing down the In Control Volume 1 tape. Everybody's on the cover, but me. I got two. I'm the only one with 2 singles on the whole album, but I'm not on the cover. That's why nobody ever knew my face. I was always like an enigma to people. And we're gonna get to that with my bro too. That's why
'cause
this
you
is
came
real
through the
important.
flushing earlier.
Loudest.
Yeah.
Good shit,
Sure.
good food. So like I was telling At when I told At the story, and At was like, yo, you gotta talk about that. I told him I wasn't messing with it no more. And he was like, what? You crazy? Yo, And I'm like, now remember, this is a time where there's, like I said, there was no social network. There was none of that. So in order for people to know about you, it was all word of mouth. And the streets was brutal then. 89, brutal. So it's like, for people to even mention my name to me was like, what? So he's like, yo, you can't quit. I was like, yo, honestly, I didn't even tell him what I really, my plan was. My plan was, I'm gonna keep it green, the technical difficulties, I was locked up. I came home on parole. My original plan was to go get paroled to Ohio. Ohio wouldn't accept me. That's where my mother moved to. So I was waiting to get a transfer so I can go to Ohio and go with my mom's.
I remember that.
And then I was gonna do something crazy.
Well, I ain't know the plans, but I remember your mom's. I remember
my mom's in Columbus, Ohio. Rest in
I
peace,
remember
Mama
that.
Love.
Yep.
So boom, he was like, "What? Yo, come with." He's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Nothing. What's up?" He's like, "Yo, come with me." Now this is a time where some of y'all can relate. Some of y'all may find a way to relate as I say this, man. This is a time where they had backdrops. 42nd Street right now is Disneyland. But I remember when 42nd Street was street. This is a time when the streets dictated hip-hop and the art and not the other way around. You understand where I'm coming from? So he takes me uptown and we go by the Apollo, right next to the Apollo Theater, the world famous Apollo Theater. They would have backdrops. You have your Run
Take
DMC.
a picture.
You flick it up.
Take a Polaroid.
That's what dude. I don't know. Dudes will be in the pictures like this on their b-boy aura. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Lars. Rock with me, rock with me.
You know what
I'm saying? We don't want to ill. We just want to
They
chill.
used to have backdrops with like Bugs Bunny.
Really
with, like,
though.
jewelry on,
Stay with
shit
me.
like
Stay
that.
with me. So, Kane. They would have a Wile E. Coyote. Kane would have it would be Wile E. Coyote with a cameo, and it would say, "I get raw." So now, boom, he's driving by, and I see like a fluorescent backdrop in black letters. I remember it to the detail.
I think we even took a flick in front of it.
We did. My cousin Anthony got
so
it.
many flicks.
Peace to my cousin Anthony. Yeah. We gotta take more though. It said in black letters, "Live Motivator." And I never told Fatal this. Yo, I wanted to cry when I saw that shit. I was like, oh shit, like, for me to be an artist, I always wanted the approval of the streets. Like, I came out at a time where you didn't think about money. Later on, we realized we need that paper, and we went through them spins, and I want to talk about that a little bit too. Okay. But I know these brothers right here did it for the art, and that's what makes this interview so important. And the reason why At was like, keep cutting, baby, keep cutting while I'm cutting. The reason why At also wanted this interview to be one of the main interviews we did is because of the inspiration in this. Again, I saw the backdrop and was like, wow. And I went from saying I would never make music again, because I was bitter, right? I was bitter. I went from that to seeing the backdrop and saying, I still ain't fucking with it, but if I ever do, I'm gonna make you my DJ.
Boom! That's some full circle.
Which
shit.
were
Which what?
my come up intentions from the beginning. I said I'm gonna convince this dude that the world needs him, because they really do, the music world and the world period. And my hopes were to be his DJ if he did agree to continue on his journey.
And that's that story right there. We're gonna get back into this food and we're gonna mix it up.
That's right.
And we gotta get to this. We gotta segue to the God right here, man. This is the God right here. I know he's not gonna say that, but if they call me the God, he's definitely the God right there. And it's great to have y'all on the show. Large, again.
Great to be here, man.
Large, I gotta tell you, you made me a better journalist.
I'm gonna tell us. We was in the dungeon.
Large is the Obi-Wan.
I didn't understand that though.
Me either. You spanked me though. I needed that. I need to be on point. No. Respectfully. It's a gracious, best lesson, paid lesson, man. You helped me, man, as usual. Look, Joe Fatal, Large Professor, Tragedy Khadafi, On Da Chow, co-host Mr. At. We back on the table. Let's get to it, man. Yo, we back on the Chow, Tragedy Khadafi, my co-host Mr. At. We got Large Professor, aka Large Pro, and Fatal. Fatal is merciful, and we're making Fatal's famous steak.
Churrasco steak.
Yeah, what is the name of this dish? Official name?
Churrasco steak sandwich.
Fatal Churrasco?
Yep, Fatal's Churrasco steak sandwich
Switching the
with
name up.
chimichurri sauce.
Damn.
No,
We're gonna have to abbreviate that.
No, I'm just saying what I say, the famous Fatal Churrasco steak sandwich with chimichurri sauce.
Ricky Spanish. He got Ricky Spanish. Yo, look. So what are we doing right now, Fatal?
right now we let this marinate for a while. I need
Okay.
to get some fresh garlic
Alright.
peeled.
Okay.
I need to get that onion cut.
Pass me a small knife, Mr. Large Pro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You know,
I like how you passed that too.
Yeah, that's how that's how it's done.
and Mr. At's
how it's
walking
done.
away when we need his help as well, because he
It's
said he
okay.
would cut an onion.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? So here, start crying. But you know, the onion makes you cry, man. It makes you
Not
tear.
me.
So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is we're basically gonna end up making a sauce, which is fresh parsley, oregano, couple of red pepper flakes, just to give it a little punch. You know what I'm saying?
What am I
Put
doing?
some-
I'm just dumping this.
yeah,
in.
just dump it in there, man. Like I'm not even gonna do the measurement thing. We're just gonna wing it. Put a
Are you
little
putting
bit
any
of,
flour? Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of
Do I need more garlic than that, or that's cool?
no, more garlic than that. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta our breath gotta stink after this, man.
Yours already stinks.
For the record, yours already.
What if some of us have a head start?
We're gonna put a little. Did you get me the Spanish olive oil, or is this Italian?
I got you. What you put
Well,
on the
it's
list, baby.
extra virgin. It's all right.
Listen, man, you're not
said
gonna
olive
come on
oil.
here.
You should have got me the Goya.
Okay,
Goya.
You
so
should've
we're gonna put a little
specified.
olive oil. We
Yeah.
just put some lemon juice in there.
You asked, you shall receive.
This is the
brother.
second clove of garlic for those watching. Hope Fadel's watching. I don't want to overdo the garlic.
No, a couple of them would be fine.
Too
Like,
much
you know, like-
mercury.
like-
I don't want to do that.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
like one pause. One head of garlic is good, man.
Hey.
Pause.
Never that. We men, man. We don't got to pause,
Yeah,
man. We don't
that's
put
what
them
that's
down.
what Jadakiss said.
Let's keep
He
on
ain't gotta-
going.
he ain't gotta
Piece
say
of styles,
yeah.
P, piece of
Style,
Jadakiss,
piece,
but you know,
yeah.
we gracious, man. We men.
But,
Come on. What we doing with this onion, brother?
We trying to.
Ad is chopping up the
waiting for
onion.
the
Yeah. He's chopping
You
up the
waiting for the
onion.
onion,
So
okay.
in the meantime,
What is this? What
let's
is this?
put this parsley in there. Man.
So what do I do? Just dump the whole
Nah,
pot?
not the whole thing. You break it up, man. Break it up a little. Make sure none of those tie wraps is in there.
Okay, so maybe I'll cut it here.
Yeah. Break it. You don't have to put the whole thing in there. Just,
Okay, thank you. I just need some course of
yeah,
direction,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I just like a
Put
course of
enough, and
direction.
as we're blending it, we'll see how much more we need to add. You know what I'm saying?
Factual. Look, is this
Yeah,
good so far?
yeah.
Look, check this out. Oh, I got it.
Nah, go ahead. Just
All right.
boom.
Boom. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
Just boom. We actually might need a little bit more, man.
You need the whole.
Let me
whole
help you.
onion
No,
cut?
this more right here.
Fatal.
Huh?
You need the whole onion cut, right?
Yes, sir.
I want Lars to be the first one to taste this. Yo, I'm serious.
Come on, man.
No, I'm not shooting. Listen, I'm not shooting, bro.
Man. Come on, man.
Cause bro, I done made you a couple of steaks in the crib, bro.
That's right. That's
So
right.
now it's
That's right.
our turn in.
That's right. I'm putting some oregano, but it's not
Experiment.
fresh like I asked for. But you know.
You didn't. Yo. Fatal sent me a list. And what time?
At the wee hours of the morning.
He hit me. We have a slight problem.
Maybe it was
I was
1:30.
busy. I was busy all day. Wasn't able to.
Knowing we had to shoot today.
We got it done. Because that's what we do it on the
we got
channel.
it.
That's right, we get it
We
done.
get it
We'll
done.
put some more red wine vinegar.
Let's
in
get
there
it.
as
Let me
well.
let me do
You
it.
know
Let
what
me
I'm
help you out, brother. I'm your assistant.
Go ahead.
Look, keep pouring.
saying? Keep going. All right, that's good.
Putting the whole onion, you said, right?
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. You're all right.
That's good. That's good.
Slow down, shorty.
You know? Put a little
Alright,
black
cool.
pepper in there.
Little black.
Yeah, man.
This say pep, right?
Because it's black pepper.
Okay, so I'm putting. This is
There's
the
different
Stop and
type
Shop,
of
bro.
peppers.
The Stop and Shop.
Yeah, I know.
It's
We
good
might
quality.
we might get sponsored. But anyway,
All right, so
Put
I
some
put
of that in
I
there.
put a little pepper in.
Yep, yep,
Tell me when to stop.
well, I can't really see how much is coming out.
This is how I like to do it,
Okay, there you go.
cause I cook.
So you should
There you
have
go,
done it
Fatal.
first.
Hey, good for you.
I'm doing it now.
Yes, sir. You might not even need that whole thing, but yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll do it like
Done.
this.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
onion.
How about this?
No, that's good. It's perfect.
Okay.
Oh,
it's perfect.
You like spice or?
I like what you like, brother. You like it, I love
Here
it.
we go. Here we go.
What-
Y'all
what
fine with
is this?
spice?
This is the
Nobody's allergic to
I'm
none of
good, I'm
this?
good.
Nah.
Y'all
What do you
good
make
with
it?
this?
This is for the.
That's the sauce, man, to put on a steak sandwich.
Now, do you put this on while you're cooking
No,
it?
that's afterwards. It's
Okay.
Afterwards. It's afterwards. So
Baby's getting
So
busy.
we're basically done here with that. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the steak.
So I
man.
put the top on now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What
sir.
about the onion? You don't need
Oh
the
no,
onion?
no, the onions. My bad.
Oh, okay. I thought we was done. All right, pardon me.
Okay.
Pardon
okay,
self.
okay.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I
there's
don't
an
think
onion
we
flake in there. I don't like
Oh,
to
there
do
you
that.
go.
I'm a stickler.
There you go.
I thought I
There
got
you
him.
go. You thought you got him. All right.
My left eye is a little crazy, so
It's
you know,
all right.
I was looking
got
from the right side. I
All
couldn't-
you need is one, baby. All you need
You
is
know
one
what?
eye.
Even
Keep
though
that eye
we use,
open.
even though we use this, right? I would like to use at least
Freestyle.
one fresh one.
One natural fresh one. Yeah, let's take that back, yeah. Cause you know
What
what?
is that? Lime?
Lime. I like to at least one natural one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know everybody's watching and they're like, all right.
He knows what he's doing.
That's what you get from this?
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna
what were
say,
you gonna say?
I know everybody's watching and they're looking and they see Large Professor on the end and he's just so quiet. I know y'all can't wait.
Oh, no, because
just
while I'm
wanna
cooking,
chill. I
because
just wanna
while I'm
chill.
cooking,
I just want to chill.
because while I'm cooking, that's when y'all gonna be speaking.
So, yeah. What's next?
I'm about
What
to
we
move
gotta
out of
do,
y'all
man?
way in a minute. So now what's next is
You never in the
we
way,
didn't get
bro.
another plate, huh?
This is the way.
Yeah, I just want this a little dried out. Like I don't want.
So you know what?
I don't
Let's
want
move the bowl
You know what I'm
and
saying?
maybe you wanna
Yeah, maybe lay it there.
Use a paper towel.
No, I'm not gonna dry it like that, but I just don't want it.
that's a little sus.
There's a plate.
Use the plate instead. All right.
Can I help you out by lifting the grill?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready now?
Yes,
All right.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
temperature is at 500. Are we
Wow.
rocking?
Wow, we
Woo.
rocking. I think
We
we
rocking. It's
rocking.
88, right?
Yeah, I think
Time
we
to set it
rocking,
straight.
man. I think we rocking.
The heat is up.
You know?
I jumped
I'ma
over
do-
here. Let me get over here out of Mr. At's way. Ooh, he got the pink. That's Malaysian salt?
No, not Malaysian. Pink Himalayan.
Up top, up top, up top, one time.
All right. All right.
Bad
Which is a
man.
lot healthier. You know what I'm saying?
Bad man.
It's a lot healthier.
It has fine taste.
Well, ain't it?
So we don't really need. Well, it's the American dream, baby.
Well, ain't it?
Well, ain't it?
Come on, what we doing?
We just put a little salt and pepper on it. That's all we got to do, man.
Good
I mean,
stuff.
normally I would cook with sazon, adobo, all of that. But when it comes to steak, man, all you need is
I
a
was
little
told
bit-
that by a chef. They said,
All
yo,
you need is a little bit of
salt and pepper. Yeah,
That's
okay.
it. So you just put a little salt, boom. You know what I'm saying? You don't use too
Player
much of the
from the
Himalayan
Himalayas.
because
Factual.
the Himalayan salt is very distinct and very strong. So you don't want too much of that.
exquisite.
You know what I'm saying? It's exquisite.
Oh,
saying?
fine. Quintessential, y'all.
The fine
Elite,
things.
elite.
Yeah.
Prestigious.
Put a
What's
little bit
that?
of pepper, black pepper again.
Little black pepper.
That's it. That's all you need on it. You know what I'm saying?
This guy, he kind of look like.
Like a little bit, you know.
Now, why is skirt steak? Why this particular cut
First of all, it's my favorite. Plus, Argentinians, that's their trademark steak, the skirt steak, which is in Spanish.
I didn't know
they
that.
call it churrasco.
churrasco?
Churrasco.
Churrasco.
And when I was coming up as a kid, I grew up on 86th and 37th Avenue in Jackson Heights, and there was this place called El Tata,
El Tata.
and that was like an Argentinian, Uruguayan / Argentinian steakhouse, and it was like, wasn't nothing fancy, but everybody would come all over the world. Like, that's where I met Roberto Duran.
Wow.
Roberto Duran used to go there all the time. Every time he came to the States to fight or whatever, he'd be hanging out with El
And he's
Tata.
from Panama.
Yeah, he's from Panama.
Peace to Panama,
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah. Panama.
Yeah, factual.
Panama. But
We circulate.
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this on there. So
all
go
right.
ahead. Ask me what you want to ask me.
Nah, I'm just asking you about this. I want the people to see what we doing, man.
Yeah, so we basically gonna throw it on here. I'll probably add a little more salt once it gets on here. But we didn't get to put the olive oil, man.
Actually, I did.
did it.
It burnt out, but
You
it's
did?
okay. We got
Okay.
more.
Okay, we got more.
We got more in
Olive
store.
oil's right there.
Olive oil's right here.
Yeah,
Where's
he-
my
he-
brush
he
at?
definitely greased it.
Work with me. No, I had a cup with oil already. See?
Fine.
Let's
Yeah,
get
because I
this
really
done.
don't want the steak too moist when I throw it on there. I just want to make sure that that's
We don't want no sticky icky. You heard?
yeah, exactly.
Mr. Large
Exactly.
Pro,
Yes, sir.
help me out. Wow. Let's talk about this while we do this right here. Is this good? Just base
Yes,
it
sir.
down, right?
Yes, sir. Just basic
This is
down.
what I usually do. Base that thing down. The heat is rising up. This shit better taste good. Better be worth the burns, you heard?
Better be worth the burn.
You heard? Okay.
Yeah, that's good. We'll brush some on the steak once we put it
All
on.
right, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So here we go.
Sizzle.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yo, you only got 2 flanks?
I'm
Guy's
listen. This guy's cheap. You know.
No,
we
that
got-
I mean, that's good.
Okay.
And it's
Nah, you
actually,
think it's not enough?
Wait,
and
you
it's
got it?
actually,
Yeah,
You're
bro.
not cheap. You're not cheap.
And it's actually, that's
That's-
like the, oh, but it's butter. Butter, look at that.
Oh, that's
Butter,
yeah, that
man.
That's
is.
that good.
Butter, man.
Are we getting this? Are we getting this right here?
Butter. Butter.
The butcher was like,
is
"You're
a
making
nice one.
sandwiches with this? This is $20 a pound." I was
Yeah,
like,
know,
"That's
I
what he
know, but
wanted."
That's what we're doing. We're making.
Oh man, I got things coming to me right now. Again, we got Fatal, DJ Fatal. When Fatal is merciful, we got Large Professor, aka Large Pro, myself, Tragedy Khadafi, and Mr. At. I got all type of things coming to me. Again, this is like 30 years right here. This is a good 30 years, so I got things coming to me right now that I wasn't even thinking about. You know, we usually do interviews. You go through everybody else's interviews and you try to hit certain points. But I got things coming to me that's like real fact finder points that y'all wouldn't even know that I'm gonna bring up, man. About these two gentlemen right here, man.
And we are what? And we're on the what?
We're on the Chow.
On the
On the
Chow.
chair.
I want you to say it. Where we at? Where we at?
On the Chow.
There we go. There we go.
Did you say that with a TH?
With a TH. I was like,
What
on
that?
the
Well,
child.
all right, well,
On
what else?
the child.
On the Chow! No.
on the
No technical difficulties.
on the chow.
Should I base it with a little?
Phil, what do you need cleaned out of here? Anything?
We
You need
can
me to move stuff out of
get
the way?
rid of this. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of the garlic. I would have liked a little more garlic in here, but you know.
I mean, there's more garlic. You
Yeah,
wanna put it
the
in.
rest of this one we can throw it in.
What about no more garbage?
Let's try to see what this is looking like. We're still going, right?
Yeah.
Let's try to see what's going.
I just wanted to help get it clean for you.
Let's see, man. I can't really read like that, but
Should I
we'll
close
do
this
the
Fatal?
Huh? Yes, sir. Oh wow. I asked for a food processor, but
I think I was the only.
am I lying? Am I lying?
Fatal.
Fatality.
We're cooking now.
Can we got a little spoon or something that I can kind of taste this to see where it's going.
Yeah, use the knife.
I could get. I was gonna say this.
Yeah, let me hand it to you this way. That's the right way. There you go, bro. Technical difficulties.
On the Chow, huh? On the Chow. we gotta go down that staircase.
Now I want to say this. On the Chow, again, this is a show where your favorite artist and or record exec and or producer or major influencer comes on the show, makes their signature dish just for you.
And us.
And us too.
And us.
Yeah, we gotta partake it.
And us.
So I want to shout out and let it be known, On the Chow is not a jail thing.
No, not at all.
It's not a jail thing, right? It's a On the Chow thing. It's a hip hop thing. It's a gracious thing. And I want to shout out my man Thurston Howe. You know Thurston Howe?
Of course.
Thurston Howe. I like the
Good
fact.
dude, man.
I like
Good
the
dude.
fact that you brought up Argentina and the restaurant around your way.
Yeah.
That's real cultural. That's what I love about doing On the Chow. We get to circulate and go into different cultures.
And what was the name? El
Tata. See, you thought I forgot.
El
The
Tata.
sauce is looking kind
The
of.
sauce is looking crazy. It's looking like when you go to
Tata.
Mario Polio.
Tata,
Yeah.
Layers
That's
to it.
right. Did you get me a little spoon?
Dale's bringing it out.
Oh, okay.
Is there
okay.
cilantro in there?
Of course. Of course.
I had to test your aim.
Of course.
I see you know your.
You put it in
I
there.
see you know your judo well.
Hey. Hey.
I wanted to make sure
yeah.
you knew what it was.
So,
All right.
so yeah, let me just take a look because you don't really cook this too long. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
It's
question.
already. It's
So
already.
he's
It's already
making-
starting now.
He's making. Fatal's making a drink as well. He's making.
Oh, I'm
this
making a lemonade. That's
He's making
what
a
I'm
I
making.
thought this was
with
gonna
the-
be like a rub.
No, I'm making a lemon. A lemon
I'm
lime.
geeky. You know what I'm
making
saying?
a
My
lemon-
people put the rub on
Yeah,
it.
nah, I'm making a lemon lime aid with brown sugar and mint.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So we waiting on the ice for that as well.
It's on its way.
So we got your spoons right here. Got the spoons. Spoony G's. You got your spoony G's.
Yeah,
I got your love rap.
I don't know about y'all. I like my steak a little more on the well side than you know what I'm saying. Like I don't like to see too much blood. You know what I mean in the steak. You're funny. You're a funny dude, man. You're a funny dude.
Come on, man.
You're a funny
You
dude.
my man. You my friend,
You're a funny
man.
dude,
You my friend.
man.
You my
You're a
brother.
funny dude.
You my brother, man.
How's it taste?
It's not there? Let's get it there.
Not there.
Get it where
I
you
need-
want
I
it.
need some salt in it.
Get it where you want it, baby.
Salt. All right.
You know?
We're gonna put some. So we're gonna put the steak, and when it's done, we're gonna put that on the bread. What happened to the lobster tails? I thought we were doing the surface.
Yeah, the surface.
You got cheap.
But no, I didn't get cheap. I didn't get cheap. The budget. I heard the budget was cut.
Wow.
We don't have a budget. That's how we have On Da Chow.
Anybody who's can't come to On Da Chow, we get exactly what they detailed on
You
the
need
list.
it, we gon' get it.
Don't stunt. Come on, bro.
Nah, man.
See, this what family do to you.
Nah, this is
This
actually.
what family do to you.
He asked for a little bottle of Henny. Look what we got.
2 of those, right?
He had to go get the food. That's why there's no lobster.
And I didn't go because at 2 in the morning I hit him. We have a bit of a
He's like,
problem.
we have a
here.
little problem.
Where we at?
All right. Send
You
me
know,
the
I think we had a little problem because I was hanging out with You want to taste?
Let everybody get a little taste. Drop, right? A little quick drop.
I'll
Come
take-
on.
I trust
Let's
you.
do it.
I trust you,
In the
Jack.
hand,
I
right?
trust you, Jack. Nah, we good.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it, bro.
We trust you.
I mean, I did it on the back of my hand. He's like,
Wait. I knew he was gonna do that too. I knew he said, "Nah, I'm good."
I saw that.
you know, I did it on the back of my
I'm
hand.
just supposed to put it here?
I mean, I think it needs a little more
trust
salt.
my hands.
I think it needs a little more salt, though. What you think?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Factual.
Okay.
A little touch of salt. You're right.
Yeah, a little bit. Because it's a little on the tart side
you're
because
right.
of the lime.
You're right.
How's the
You know what I
steak
mean?
doing, Fatal? We good over here?
Yeah, we good.
This shit's deep. So we're gonna blend that up some more.
450
Yes, sir.
degrees on the grill. 450.
Pop that open for a second. Let's look at it.
Can I jump in with you?
Nah, we're good.
Can I pour this juice on here? I just hate. Can I don't do that.
You can, I guess, man. Go ahead, man.
I like to leave flavor when I come to somebody's house too.
I mean, I guess
I
you
use the
could. I
bathroom
mean,
and leave a little flavor in there.
Flavor from the Himalaya.
I told him, yo, where you at? I gotta go to the bathroom. I got some shit to do.
Oh, the office? He drives in the office.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I mean, I really didn't want that on there, but okay. You know, it's not gonna hurt it.
You said
But
that
now
already.
it just like, you know, like if the salt didn't.
You said you
hip-hop,
wanted it
that's
moist, right?
hip-hop, baby.
You know.
That's
yeah,
hip-hop.
Go ahead.
I had an aura in there, man.
So you can keep talking, man. We got a little while to go with that, man.
Thank you. I can keep
Yeah.
talking.
No, that's not how I meant it, man.
Once again, On Da Chow, let's move around.
All right.
We got this going on. I want to get over here to this table, man. Tragedy Khadafi, my co-host, Mr. At. We're On Da Chow. We got Large Professor. We got Fatal is Merciful. We're live at the barbecue. We're making skirt steak. We're making Fatal's famous steak right now.
Churrasco steak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, look, I can't even say it like that. How you say that? Churrasco.
Churrasco steak.
Churrasco.
With chimichurri
Oh,
sauce.
nice, Lord. When we come back, we're gonna have Fatal's famous steak. We're gonna have his lemonade. We're gonna get it popping. It's gonna be gracious. I'm gonna let y'all know how it's going down, right, Mr. At?
That's a fact.
Lost Pro, Fatal.
Boom!
And it happens to be your birthday.
Oh yeah, as a matter of fact.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, brother.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
On Da Chow, we want to say happy birthday to DJ Fatal.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Fatal.
Thank you.
Fatality.
Thank you. Yeah,
We got him cooking for us on his
I actually
birthday.
shared birthday with a person that was special in my heart as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which very
Yeah,
special.
my mom's birthday was the
The
same
largest
day.
mother and his mother and my mother had the same name.
Wow.
You know, and my
Wow.
mother actually passed last year. You know, and
God bless.
Rest
you.
in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to both of y'all moms.
so this is actually dedicated. She was the one that used to take me to El Tata.
Mama love.
So you know what I mean?
Love her too. Love her too.
word.
She's a mother to me too.
Yo, word.
You know what I'm
word,
saying?
Definitely.
I haven't seen her in like 20 years. She seen me. She was like, he still looks. You know, his mother was a gangster. She's like, he still looks the same.
Yeah.
Well, that was a beautiful
Definitely.
day, man.
Word.
Yeah, it was your birthday, right?
It was my birthday. Yeah, it was my birthday. Peace to all the people who lost family members
Yeah.
due to COVID. You know what I'm saying? We feel your pain, man. We with you, man. Our loved ones are still with us. But we on a good note, and Mama Love is still with us.
Yes,
Absolutely.
of course. Of
Factual.
Course.
Both Mama Love, all Mama Love.
All Mama Loves.
Word.
And Abuela and Grand Groove.
Factual.
Yeah.
Peace to Abuela and Grand Group, and peace to my bro Ass Moms.
Word up.
Let's get it. Let's
yes,
get it.
sir. Okay, so this is basically boom, you know?
Let me give you that, man.
Nah, I like that one. That's the
Give
one
me
I
that
wanted,
one.
man. That's the one. You want that one? All right, great.
Give it to me with the knife. All right. It's right. I ain't gonna front.
Nice.
I ain't gonna front. You pulled this one off. You was nervous though.
No.
Now you feel better.
No,
You went like this. Look, shh, the steam came out. We're back on the chow with Fatal's famous steak and chimichurri sauce.
Let's go.
Did I say it right? Yeah. I mean, you know, I said to be educated. We got Large Pro, myself, and my co-host, Mr. Ad.
Hey.
Let's get into these sandwiches. You can obviously see we took some already.
I took a
Let's get into it.
I didn't get
Bang.
mine cut, so I'm just gonna
Let's let
tear
the man
mine.
of the hour
Yeah, they famous.
take power.
They famous.
Birthday
man.
boy.
The meat's gonna come out. Oh, he bit it right. He knew what he was doing. He had technique with that one.
Yeah.
Beat that.
Yeah.
How is it?
I mean, I like the flavor of the sauce is
The
dope.
sauce is dope, right? Yeah. The
sauce is
and the lemonade is banging.
Let's get to the lemonade. Let's hit that
It's
lemonade.
banging.
Fatal's funky ass lemonade. We're gonna taste it right now.
That's the name of
That
it.
is
too.
good.
Lemonade's banging, man.
Banging.
Banging. It's only right
cool.
that I take a bite.
I'm gonna put some rosé in mine.
Sauce dripping on the lip, no freaky.
Now, Fatal, this is the first time you made this, you said, right?
Basically.
Okay.
So how did famous come about?
Because
This is the first time you made it.
because I used to eat it a lot, and I always wanted to make it, but in the crib you ain't got a grill in the crib, and I grew up in apartments, man. So we
did
ain't
I.
really had
You
grills
probably
like
did
that.
it,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
think-
sometimes you can put a grill on a fire escape and shit like that, but you got your neighbors complaining and shit like that.
No, this is fire, man. This is fire, definitely.
Thank you.
Very good. Tragedy on the chow. My co-host, Mr. At. I got steak in my mouth, no freaky. Fatal's famous steak sandwich. Large Professor. We digging into it. We passing the place. Listen, we gonna come back with some real talk, food for thought. You know how we do it. On the chow. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tragedy Khadafi, we back on the chow. Mr. At, Large Pro, Fatal is Merciful, DJ Fatal. You got a lot going on right now, bro. What's up with the Spick album?
Yup. Got the Spick album that I did with Danny Diablo.
Wait. You said Spick album?
Spick.
Spick. S-P-I-C.
Spanish people in control.
Okay.
There's an
Break
acronym
it down.
for it. There's an acronym.
Break
There's
it
an
down.
acronym for it. Yeah, but yeah, Spanish people in control. Nice little project, man. Nice little project. And
When did it
Danny
drop?
Diablo, it dropped on Cinco de Mayo,
Okay.
May 5th.
Wow, symbolic. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I happen to have a hook on the joint.
Yep. You're on the joint.
I heard the album was dope. Yeah, you're doing a lot of things, man. I think we was talking about one time how he probably had the first like with the magazine with Fish and Grits.
First hip-hop porno mag with Fish and Grits, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
What year did that
Yeah.
drop?
I mean, there was players, stuff like that, and then there was home, but they didn't do it like us, man. There was homeboy that owned the strip clubs in Miami. What was his name, man? Black Gold.
Black
Remember
Gold.
Black Gold. There was Black Gold, and it kind of added music to their thing, but we were the first ones to just come straight full fledged with the hip hop on thing.
All right. Now, as everybody's been watching, again, I'll mention that we have Large Professor here. We want to get into little Large Professor right now. Not a little, a lot of Large Professor. Your catalog is, your catalog is so extensive. Like, as I've been going along, joints been popping up like, damn, I didn't even know he did this. I didn't even know he did that. your collaboration, not just with MCs, but with producers, is vast. You know, and I've known you for 30 years, and I'm still finding out.
I didn't
New
even know.
stuff.
I didn't even remember Gangsta Bitch was him. That did Gangsta
Exactly,
Bitch.
with Apache.
Oh no, well I did another joint called Hey Girl on there.
On
Gangsta
Apache's
Bitch
album.
was Q-Tip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right,
That
that's
was
right.
Q-Tip, yeah.
Rest in peace, Apache, man.
Word, Patch was my man.
Patch was
That
official.
my man.
Still
Word.
official. Patch is official. Man, I think I want to start at. What was your first production?
My first production was Intelligent Hoodlum.
Are you serious?
Indeed.
That was
Intelligent
before
Hoodlum.
Main Source?
Main Source, we came out with a single that was concurrent with Intelligent Hoodlum, 89.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, my first production that I got credit and paid for and everything was your joint, Intelligent Hoodlum.
Shout out to Molly Mall,
Word, Molly, all
the
day.
pioneer, visionary,
Word,
and all that.
legendized.
I didn't even realize till later how instrumental you were. Cause you know I was young. We were all
young, yeah.
We met through Fatal.
Absolutely. Word,
Fatal brought me to your crib.
Absolutely, word.
On Colden.
But prior to that, I saw one time when you came, you know, because we had the homegirls down Colden, you know what I mean, and they used to always, like, dudes from different hoods used to come through. I saw you down on Colden, like QB came through the Colden one time, I saw you down on Colden.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, and that's when you was making a little noise, you know, with coming up to Tragedy and all of them early joints. Juice Crew All-Stars joint too.
Factual.
That was big, so it was like, yo, that's trash right there, that's Tragedy right there. So, you know, and then we met up later, so it was like a beautiful, that was a beautiful thing.
I remember, we used to go down there. They had a house party.
Yeah,
They had a house party, and I met a young lady there, and she was bad, and I was just on her, and I would go down there,
sure.
and that's how I actually met Slick Rick for the first time.
Exactly, yeah.
Talking to her and her family. I was talking to Slick Rick.
Santiago's,
Lisa,
Lisa, Joyce, and all of them, yeah.
You produced
sure.
It's a Boy too?
The remix, I did the remix for It's a Boy,
Yeah, man. But met through Fatal, more exclusively, I should say, more.
Yeah.
And
then me and this guy, we go back from right up the block on 45th when you was coming down Colden. We go back to like 5 years old.
Yeah,
like
wow.
6 years old. Yeah, for real.
Wow.
Yo, I got a funny story now.
You gonna say that? You gonna say that?
We gotta get back on the grill? Let's get back on the grill.
Not at all. I just wanted to bug out, man.
It's
for
all
my
good.
man's birthday. You know what I mean?
And I know exactly what story.
Nah,
you
you know, we
on the
bugging
bikes
out.
now, some bike shit.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
he was
That's
bugging
what's
out.
up.
You know, little rascal shit. You know what I'm saying? From back in the
Coming
days
up,
and shit.
coming up.
Definitely. Yeah, nah, we was early.
When
yeah.
the buildings was lots.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah, for sure. We was early, and so that was a beautiful thing around that time because Fatal had moved away mysteriously. We like, yo, where's, you know what I'm saying? Where's the homie? And then he came back like later, like 10, 15 years later, like, yo, Bone, what's up, man? I'm connected, like, yo. And then I was making the beats. Yeah, I was making the beats.
Talking about the DA shit.
Oh, yeah, you early.
Shooting.
Early.
Yeah, I know, I'm getting shot everywhere. Bow.
Early.
It's all love.
Early.
It's all love.
So-
We're giving you your flowers,
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. So it was a beautiful thing, man, because you know when he came back through, he was like, yo. And I was like, yo, now I'm doing this beat thing and shit. He's like, oh word, yo, I'm gonna bring trash through. Then it's just a blessing for us to be sitting here.
Yeah,
like,
thanks to another person that we grew up with that brought me back into the neighborhood,
Vaughn.
which was Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn.
Yeah, peace to Vaughn.
Word,
Yeah, Vaughn kept like,
I remember Vaughn.
Vaughn kept saying, yo, Paulie from the neighborhood, we love
Yeah,
Paulie.
making
And I'm like,
beats.
yeah, he was like, yo, he making beats now and this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
word, all right, come on, take me over there. Let's get me back in touch with Paul.
Yeah, the Henry family invested in me early because Pops was a doctor and he had mad, they was Jamaican family, so Pops had mad records.
Yeah,
I
I
went in
got
early.
a couple of records
Yeah,
out
no
of
doubt,
his
no doubt.
collection, too.
Beautiful family, word.
I noticed with other producers, man, like and like I got respect for a lot of the hip hop, a lot of the producers in hip hop who definitely like carved their lane and made like very like just influential classics. RZA, Marley, you could go on and on. Buck Wild,
Yeah,
Finesse,
Buck, definitely word.
LP, obviously Pete,
Yeah,
Chip,
Pete Rock, yeah.
Dilla, I could just go on and on and on, but I've noticed with your production, you very rarely, at least from what I've seen, which I've witnessed with a few other producers, but not so much you. I couldn't really pinpoint where dudes would actually take another beat another producer made.
Right.
If you did it so in a way where it was totally
Renewed
opposite.
it. Yeah.
And I admire that about you, man.
Absolutely. Nah, that was a big thing for us early, was like, nah, no biting. You know what I'm saying? No type of, none of that.
No over
None of that.
snatching.
Yeah. None of that.
And no disrespect to anybody who's done it, because
Yeah.
sometimes a dude might have did it a while ago,
Yeah.
and that just came out, but this other producer used it, so there's no shots. But I've noticed with you, like, you really stayed away from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I could tell it was
no
intentional.
familiarity.
I could tell it was
whatsoever.
intentional.
Yeah, well, no familiarity to that man's work whatsoever. So yeah, definitely. For real. Nah, that's one thing I pride myself on, is just having them original joints.
Again, I'm gonna say this, man. I believe. I mean, from what I've seen, you and Fatal were like real instrumental in, like, obviously My Intelligent Hood. This is my first commercial release album.
Word.
My official album. Later on, I realized y'all were the backbones behind a lot of producers. Not to say dudes didn't produce their music, but you guys were just like on the grill. You was giving them ingredients.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, some of them records was like Rakim's albums,
Yo,
G-Rap albums.
That's that man right there. Like, we rode all the way out to Wine Dance, man. He introduced me to Rakim. He was like, yo, come, just like the story you told earlier, where he was like, yo, come through, roll out with me and shit real quick. We wound up in Wine Dance, and it was like, Rakim came up out the basement, like, yo, what up, babe, Paul, and all that. And I was like, he's like, yeah, nah, that's
God,
Rakim.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, that's bananas. He had the BVD on with the dread. That's when he had the dread fade. You know what I'm saying? It was like the God.
That's
Word,
right.
It was the God. So, just a lot with Fatal, just making the connections and just being the socialite that he is.
The liaison don. He's a liaison don. Word up. Officially liaison don. I gotta give you that, brother.
For sure.
Fatal had me around dudes like the real 50 Cent.
Yeah. Early.
Fatal had me around,
Supreme Magnetic.
Supreme Magnetic,
Yeah.
Piece of Supreme. Fatal had me around some very intriguing characters.
Double
R,
them dudes,
Pumpkin,
yeah. Mike.
Popcorn,
Yeah.
and rest in peace, Dusty, Bill Blast. That was our
Bill
man.
Blast,
Give it
exactly.
up to
You
Dusty.
already know.
Give it up to Dusty. That was the bro.
Early.
That was the bro.
Yeah. Early.
I'll never forget
Early.
that, because I used to look at Fatal like, yo, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, exactly.
How you got me around
Yeah,
Supreme
yeah.
Magnetic? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And Eric B. And I realized that, he was the go-to, that y'all were the go-to. A lot has happened since then.
Yeah.
You went on to produce other records, man. I mean, and even get with more current artists. But I gotta backtrack a little bit, because it's a lot there. I remember the time we were all at your crib, and Nas was there.
Oh, niggas know how we go.
And Nas,
I think I still got that cassette
Yeah,
too.
you still got that joint?
I think so.
That's
I think I got
crazy
that
right
cassette.
there.
We was going. We had the mic
We had
passing
the mic,
around.
and we
Yeah,
was
yeah,
going,
yeah.
and that was the boo-doo-doo,
Yep.
boo, boo, which later on
Yeah.
Biggie used.
Biggie used and DITC used.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Biggie
yeah.
used it. Biggie, Jay-Z, and Puff for Young G's
Exactly.
perspective.
Exactly.
Me and Nas did that first.
Exactly.
Large people
Niggas
do
know
that.
how we
That's
go.
a fact.
Yeah,
Niggas
yeah,
know how
for
we go.
sure.
That's an artifact.
Niggas know how we go. Yeah,
That's an
absolutely.
artifact.
We gotta get that tape.
Early.
We gotta
Yeah,
find
for
that
sure.
tape.
For
Dig
sure.
that up. Dig
Archive.
that up.
Yeah.
What's going on now with Large P, man?
Still producing, I love the music, I love the culture, still, doing the thing. We got this extra exotic project coming out with my man Nick the Exotic.
Peace to Nick. Peace to Nick. Nick
I
the
got
Exotic.
got a new beats project coming out. Just scored this movie called All the Streets Are Silent.
Factual.
It's like a skateboard type joint, so that's my first movie score.
It's done?
It's done. It's they just premiered it at Tribeca
Oh, that's
Film
dope.
Festival. So that's a new frontier where we stepping upon, and
That's not to cut you. It's so much. That's something I had actually jotted down. When I listened to your production, like early on when I was, being young, I didn't really grasp it at first. But then later on, as I got a little more experience in it, and I listened to your production, I can tell you have a sense of musical theory. You ever play an instrument?
Nah, but what it is like listening to like the OG DJs like Grandmaster Vic how he could put some records
said
together.
Grandmaster
Absolutely, Jamaica Queens 40 projects on, and you hear them blends, and then it's in tune. It kind of tuned me up like a instrumentalist. So I was like, all right, it gotta sound like this. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm going and delving deeper into the records and everything, it's like, it gotta sound like that. You know what I mean? It gotta go. So that's what kind of tuned me up. And then I did learn about musical theory and all of that, and just tuning in general. And then it was like, okay, we can move forward with that.
Tweaking and tuning. I could have, like, I was like, yo, this dude had on the low, play the instrument. Like,
I mean, but like a lot of us moms, you know what I'm saying? Like I woke up, I didn't wake up to the television. You know, I woke up to WBLS, Ken Webb, all of that.
Lenny
like,
Green and all
exactly.
that,
So, you know, you just hearing the songs and it just becomes second nature. You know, this go with that, you know, you just develop a natural knack of, you know, putting the music together.
That's what it is.
On Illmatic, you had three tracks. What was that process like? Do you play Nas multiple joints and he picked that one, or did you only play him those and those are the ones that came about? Like, what was that process like for Illmatic?
That process for Illmatic, man, pardon me, yo, it was beautiful because we was already going in, like we was already like bros, like, so it was like some hanging out shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like
just hanging there.
So
and how did you meet Nas?
I met Nas through Fatal as well. You know what I mean? Like
that's all done.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, Fatal.
It's the first time he says nothing.
Yeah. Why don't you have anything to say?
What's going on?
I'm listening. I know what you're talking about.
So Fatal pops up one day. I went to John Brown High School. And Fatal pops up, you know, he got his the homie Mel Quan from Ravenswood,
yeah, I remember
you know
Mel
what I
Quan,
mean?
yeah.
And then, you know, they raving about this dude, this kid that could rhyme. And when they brought Nas around, you know, it was like, yo, want to record a demo. I found out later that Fatal kind of funded the whole kind of thing with Nas' demo. We went out to Coney Island, made the demo. It was like, yo, we just gonna work from here on. Like, we just gonna, you know, keep the ties connected. And just from there. But then, when we got around time where Nas got his deal, you know, we was the homies now. We bros.
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
you just coming through, like, just, yo, what up, P? That all of, you know, all the barriers is broken. And so they had become, just like the routine you were saying, they became favorite beats. That, you know, favorite beats. It was like, yo, throwing that blah, blah, blah
exactly,
beat or whatever,
yeah.
you know.
And now you know it off top. Yo, throw that joint on. I need that joint.
Exactly. So, you know, like, it ain't hard to tell. That was kind of like a blend tape mix type of beat already. So, you know, when it was like, yo, throw that Michael Jackson shit on, then it was time to actually throw that, it's time to throw it on the grill now and cook it up and, you know, serve it to the world type thing. So, all of that was just natural, man.
Kind of like the famous
lemonade.
Turn the table.
Yeah, Fatal's
the lemonade is
lemonade.
famous. The steak is working its way up. Listen, you got any floss?
That sauce though, yeah, we got it right here.
Yeah, man, good aura, man. I love to go through these times because a lot of people don't know about this and they don't
and it's
know.
valid. It's
valid. It's more than valid.
No, it's a part.
It's
like,
pivotal.
Yeah, for sure. Like before, but when we was coming up, you know, it was just like some old shit that we was doing.
We just doing what we do.
Yeah, but now that the world has been kind of shaped and molded, and like Shan said, we living in the world of hip hop. It's like, yo, that shit was B.I.G. Like, yo, it's like valid.
Notoriously
like,
factual.
yo, so, you know, now it feels better to, you know, have going through these years and now, like, yo, we here.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, what's Large Professor's bucket list album? Cause I know you basically, if you didn't, yeah.
Man, I mean, I might have to compile it myself, but I work with a lot of the dudes that I
That's what
wanted
I'm saying.
to
It's
work
hard
with.
to kind of say,
exactly.
but like it has to be like, cause even I like,
yo, man. But I mean, as we go on, man, I think I'll get to it because dudes is popping up. I just recently did a production for The Locks, that was a bucket joint right there. And they, you know, shouted. So I've been working with the dude, you know, Rakim, G-Rap, yourself, you know, nice dudes, Nas, like for years. So the bucket list is already been done. Like the you know, it's just a matter of just putting my name on it, you know, and just saying, all right, this is everybody came through for Large Pro. And I'll be low key. I don't be wanting to ask nobody for nothing or whatever. But you know, one day it'll all come together. I know you on deck always, man.
Always. That's what I said. That's what I was
love
saying.
it, man. Yo, always, man. You always, you know, I don't feel no type of way about picking up the horn like, yo, Trag.
You know, I'm gonna be like, yo, send me some.
Word is mine. All day, all the way.
All the way.
Word up.
So, what's up? What's good? Y'all gonna work on the album together?
We've
I
been
done
talking
sent
about
them
it.
beats already, man.
Maybe I can get on it. I don't know, maybe.
You know, the Spit project took, you know, it took precedence.
That took
you know what I'm
precedence
saying?
over
Yeah,
everything.
Over everything, and then, you know, we gonna get back to what we've been doing. We've just been in the work for many, many years, bro. You know what I mean? Like
we need
many,
to hurry
many
up and
years.
just go ahead and do it. Though.
Yeah.
Get to that, man. Get to that.
You know
I
what
would
I'm
love
saying?
to. I would love to get a joint.
Been on
that.
many ventures. You know what I'm saying? I told him
Many
early.
stakeouts.
Many ventures. I told him early when we was doing the main source joint, live at the barbecue. I was like, yo, man, you need to spit in Latin. Spit it in
Yo,
Latin.
he introduces everybody to every. He introduced me to my dancer Scram. Yo, you're like a web of deceit.
Yo, they just honest. They just honest Scram's
I love
moms,
it.
right?
Yeah,
With the-
yeah.
with
Rest
the
in
avenue,
peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Miss Carol.
Carol, word.
Priscilla Carol, beautiful woman. Again,
Word.
like we came up so close together. Like everybody's mother was like a mother to me.
Yeah,
And vice versa.
absolutely.
Scram is definitely one of them. He introduced me to Scram. As I'm going through it, I'm like, damn, this dude. Like
Yeah.
my original circle, he introduced me to.
Yeah, that's like Larry Left Frack Association.
Yeah,
type.
factual.
Yeah,
Fishbone.
yeah.
Piece of Fishbone.
Word,
Um,
He was invited tonight. Hopefully he come through.
It come
Yeah,
through.
for
Yeah,
sure.
L Fishbone.
Al Fish.
Party tonight.
Al Fish.
Yeah.
Dish.
We got a party later.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We got the party tonight.
Historical episode.
This is actually live at the barbecue
Yeah,
for real.
word up.
For real. Fatal's birthday.
Yeah.
Lars Professor.
Yeah.
Man, it gets greater later, man. It
I got
gets
a
greater
question
later.
for
Word up.
Fatal. You managed artists in the past like Bounty Killer and others. You want to talk about? that?
Yeah, I mean,
People like
yeah, I mean, when I, you know, after the whole live at the barbecue thing, I went into got a deal. The deal thing ain't work out. All of that type
That
of
was
stuff.
with the,
Cypress, with Soul
yeah.
Assassins.
Yeah, Soul
Cypress
Assassins.
with DJ Muggs. After that, I had went my way, you know, and was thinking about getting artists and stuff. So I had this one kid that I started doing beats for and stuff, and started producing them and had him as I would manage them, production company, everything was Ill Bill. And then Ill Bill we ended up parting ways, not on bad terms. We just ended up parting ways, and he ended up with Search, and they did nonfiction, and then he became with Coca Nostra and all of that type of stuff. And then from there, you know, with Camille, she worked at the labels, you know, doing marketing for the labels and stuff, and she picked up an artist by Bounty Killer and started managing Bounty Killer. And I joined in with her. We started managing him. I would be on the road with him, and even went to live in Jamaica. And he was like, you know, at that time, the on the top dancehall artist, reggae artist. You know, he actually did joints with Hav and with Prodigy.
Yep, we did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. From there, she went on, and we started managing Mystical.
You're like a Joe of all trades.
Yeah,
Mystical?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
Mystical.
shit. What point was that for Mystical?
Shake
What-
ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That was the big.
He's getting a little change in there.
He wasn't around. He wasn't around
I'm
then.
just, you know what's crazy? I said to myself, I said, this man's shit.
Yeah, he wasn't around.
That was a nice little envelope.
So you was out there in New Orleans killing it? That's what's up. Eating Popeyes and shit?
Red beans and rice?
Factual.
Famous
You hate
gumbo?
red beans and rice.
Famous lemonade.
No, I didn't like them that did.
My man Fatal, Liaison Dom, man. A lot of people can't get that title and that type of upper echelon, but you definitely a factor in being a Liaison Dom, man. It goes on and on and on and on, man. I love doing this because I'm learning things right now. Like, I didn't even know you were managing Mystical. You know what I'm saying? You're one of my closest friends. It's great to be here after all this time. You know, we obviously getting better. You know what I'm saying? Getting more mature with it. And just to look back and see, like, the origins and where we started and the people we've witnessed come up.
Word.
And the influence they've had. And just to be amongst them is just a phenomenal.
Because I
amazing
remember when y'all brought Havoc through, I think you brought Havoc through and he was like jetting out the hood for a second.
His name wasn't even Havoc then.
It's Lil Keywan, like kind of a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, yo, you brought him to Flushing, and it was only had to be for like 5 minutes, and brought him upstairs. And
We couldn't keep him out too long.
right, because
Yeah.
he was jetting
He's living
away
with his
grandma.
grandma.
Living with his grandma.
He couldn't
So
stay out
and
long.
he was like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot younger than us. Well, at that time, it makes 3 years made a big difference
Exactly,
back then.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're 13, you're not really hanging out with a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're 16, you're not really hanging out with a 13-year-old. And at that time, we was 16, 17, and he was like 13.
Yeah, nah,
You
but
know,
I
14.
remember you brought him up, and I had the SP 1200, and he looked over my shoulder. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make beats. I'm gonna make beats one day. Like, yo, watch." And he told all of us. It was like God threw something on him right there.
We just talked about that, man.
Yeah.
He was recently on the show.
Yeah.
And we talked
I watched
about
it.
that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, so. You know, it was a lot that we saw. You know, a lot of people. You know, I mean, I went to school with Nori's sister.
India.
You know what I'm saying? India, exactly.
India introduced me to Nori.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I met Nori through
Early,
India. Yeah, that's
early.
him.
So, you know, it's bug, man. Just
A lot of circulation.
yeah,
a lot of good
yeah,
circulation.
the blessings that was upon this region, like for these times. Yeah, for sure.
I know this is gonna sound like a redundant question, but I gotta ask you. Where you see it now, though?
Right now, I mean, in New York, because we the originators in this culture.
It's gone. Is it gone? You feel like it's
Nah, it's never gone. Cause it's like with like how New Orleans, you know, Zydeco is. That's their culture. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop is our culture in New York. Even though a lot of the gatekeepers in it today, like the people who got the radio stations and all of that, they don't enforce it. Like how some of these people is more relentless with it. They like, yo, this is just what we do, and you just gotta conform to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people kind of bent their backs over and did, you know, different things. But now it seemed like the gatekeepers of you know, you got the hip hop museum now. Y'all was just there.
We was just
holding
there the other
down,
day.
yeah, things like that.
beautiful
So,
too, beautiful.
exactly, and it was in its original form. It was relentless. It was with no compromise. Nobody was making any excuses about like, yo, hold on, we gotta, you know,
We gotta
gonna
say
play
it this
old
way, we
school.
gotta do it this- yeah,
it was
just
none of that. It was
free
just like,
flow.
yo, this is what it was, and this is what y'all standing on. So it's like that layer. You know, we went through the commercial layer, and now the real layer is gonna be there, and that's the rock solid layer. And you know, we here looking good, feeling good, you know, and we a part of that. So I know it's going, you know, it's that little phase, especially with me studying music the way I did, like studying the industry. You know what I'm saying? I see big artists that I could read the cover and say like Bobby Sherman, you know what I mean? Like this dude was a huge artist. I say his name today, it ain't gonna ring no bells with many people, you know what I'm saying? But back then, he was the, you know what I mean? So when you see that cycle, you like, okay, this could possibly happen with hip hop or be happening with hip hop.
I see what you're
so
saying.
yeah, things like that. So you know, somebody, Vanilla Ice, we've seen it already. You know what I'm saying? With Vanilla Ice, oh, this dude is through the roof. Hammer, you know, certain people, they just skyrocket out of this world, and then it's like, all right, that's
Burnout, Supernova.
yeah, and then bang, you know, now we get back to like the Tragedy Khadafi, who was out here curating and making artists, you know, bringing new artists up constantly. Man, we got this. We
And
got
such
this.
as yourself, such as
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, for sure. We got
Yeah,
this.
I like that. I like the way you put
Yeah,
that.
we
I
got
like the way
this.
you put that.
Got this.
Mr.
I
Act.
have a question that may be tough to answer because there's probably so many that in your head, but what's the most memorable, if there is one, creative session that you had? If you could say the one that's like just stands out that you just thought of when I said that.
Man,
To me, it was Main Source.
main source.
Like he got so much soul. All of those sessions, man. Like even though it was kind of like some people be like, oh, they was in there bullshit. We was actually
we was
being
bugging out. That was
creative. We were
young-
actually
young
being-
energy.
That was young energy.
It wasn't-
creative
it wasn't-
energy.
yeah.
The whole just hand clapping in the
Yeah.
background.
It was
Oh,
organic. It was organic.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
Yeah.
It was organic and very
Yeah.
creative to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It wasn't a set up planned thing. It
No
was,
formulaic.
It was just
Yeah.
like what
Man.
we feeling right now.
I gotta
This is
tell you,
what we
man.
feeling right
One
now.
time I was in the studio with my man Busta Rhymes, man. And you know, you always, you know, Bus is a good artist because he kind of is fine line with it. Like he's in that real popular circle, but he'll always embrace like the brothers that he always, you know, that he came up with. So one time I'm in the lab with Bus and Mary J. Blige is in the next room. So I guess there was some kind of party going on or something. Not to discount the barbecue sessions, because those
No, I wasn't even talking about barbecue. I was
B.I.G.
talking about-
Yeah, all of them sessions was crazy because we had Juju in there. We had a lot of people that was coming up, you know, early, like beating us, everything. So some party let out, and then so Bus was in this studio. It was Jerry, the dude that worked with Wyclef Studio. I can't Platinum Sound. Or something
Platinum
like
Sound,
that.
yeah.
Something like that. So we in the studio. I'm playing Bus beats. Joel Ortiz is there. Like I said, Mary's recording in the next room. Door opens. It's Usher, Swiss Beats, Missy, Baby, Khaled. Yo, it was so many people came in there, and that was like notables. And I'm sitting there. My beat is playing. So everybody like, yo, this kind of, Mary comes in, sits down. She's like, yo, this is crazy, yo. And vocals the beat right there. Like puts a hook on the beat right there. I'm good. I'm like, yo, this don't even gotta come out. Like, yo, I'm just to see that the people was connecting to the track like that. I was good. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that to this day, I would love to hear. You know, I mean, my man, you know, we was trying to play low key, but we got flicks and everything but it was just like some star-studded crazy shit going on. And just cause that was a foggy time for artists like me. Like it was like a gray area time, cause it was like, all right, old school, like what? But everybody was rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like the cameras was all.
They still was scented.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was scented
the camera,
still.
So it's like, nah, that's that shit. And so it kind of let me know, like, yo, nah,
We still
if
here.
present it the right way, it'll jump off. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, yeah, that was some, you know, my man Bus, he, you know, Busta Rhymes and
Piece
shit.
to Taheem, man.
Yeah.
That's my bro. That's my bro.
For sure.
Yeah, man. We was out there in Miami with Bus too.
Yeah, the heist was dope. Yeah, that, you know, Ghostface, Rock Marcy, early Rock Marcy, Raekwon. You know, they had the shit on MTV where he's playing the actual time when he goes to the Wu Mansion to play them the beat for the heist. You know what I mean? Like it's
phenomenal.
So crazy.
I got that instrumental from a dude who worked at Sony. He gave me like 300 instrumentals, and it didn't have any names on it. I heard that, and I never knew whose it was until researching for this.
Right.
And it came on. I'm like, oh shit!
I didn't even know he did that.
Extra P.
This is fire.
Word up.
That's me.
Good shit, man. Again, man, before we wrap up, man, we got Large Professor on deck. We can never do this enough, man. We not forgetting Fatal. It wouldn't be the connection without Fatal. The liaison Don, you know what I'm saying? DJ Fatal is merciful, and his steak is on the way, and the lemonade's famous.
Yeah.
Mr. At The co-host, we on the chow. Amazing.
We live at the barbecue.
Live at the barbecue, son.
After this,
Yup, it's
on.
on. It's on after this.
Happy birthday, son.
Thank you.
Word.
Thank you,
Happy
sir.
birthday, brother.
Thank you, kind sirs.
Love you,
Give him
man.
a clap. Happy birthday.
God bless you, man. God bless.
God bless you, brother.
Let's
May
go!
the good Lord bless you.
Good Lord bless you. Love y'all, man. Appreciate
Word
this
up,
again,
my man,
man.
100 grand.
Appreciate
Word up,
you. You always come through for
always,
big
bro.
Always.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yo, you already know. Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Act. Where
Yeah.
it's at.
Yeah.
Boom!